Hello, how are you guys doing? Good, I hope. I'm doing alright. Just, spent the whole day painting, so that'll be good to do something different. Well, no, I lie. I spent a couple of minutes, just now playing Apex. I was like, I've got 10 minutes before stream. Should I really start up a game of Apex? And I'm like, you know what? Let's be real. I'm shit at this game. And true to my word, I ended up dying twice in 10 minutes. So, there you go. I'm very bad. Just doing the Twitter, the Tumblr, all the things. Alright, it is Thursday, my dudes. Which is just any day that happens to be the day that I stream this game. Game? Show. Alright. Get you guys over there. Turn this off. There we go. Behind the curtain a bit. Alright, can I stretch that just a bit so you don't see the edge? It was bugging me when I was looking at it on the, Okay, cool. That looks better. Hello. I have no idea who the clown was, in that GIF. I just typed in Homestuck, and that clown appeared, and I'm like, that's definitely a Homestuck thing. I've seen that character before. I do not know him personally. I'm the clown? Well, good. Good. So last time, there's a really cool animation that, played twice. Then, this happened. Jade appeared. And we've been just kind of, like, fucking around in our house. That's about it. That's a Juggalo from your video. Right. Why did you address me as Gamzee? Is the flute on standby? No, it's not. We're gonna actually have to, like, go back to it. Anyway, you take the portable lamp for the wall socket, too. Open the lunch top. Make yourself a nice, make yourself comfy in the plushie pile before getting down to business with your computer. Get down to business. Alright. Okay, there we go. Thank you for the 4 and 13 bits there. I would assume there's supposed to be sound and majesty and magic. It does not appear to be happening right now, though. Yeah, I really hope there wasn't supposed to be awesome sound. No sound, not S. Okay, thank you for the 100 bits there, Clowerly. Activate pesterchum. Hey, look, John is online. Hooray! It also looks like Dave pestered you about something yesterday, but you missed it. Alright. Troll slum is, I guess, like, people you dislike? So, there's not like a... You can't just straight up, like, ban people or, like, block them. You actually have to, like, do the thing. Like, you actually have to put them on your friends list. I think Steam used to be like that and is still like that. But it's like, it's not the proper block list. It's kind of shit. Pester John. Alright. You great, John, but he does not respond. Thank you for the 413 bits there, the Blobolus. Is 413 like the 11073 or 11037, excuse me, of the thing of this? I'm just gonna call it Homestuck bits. Thank you for the Homestuck bits there, Ferret. 413 is the Homestuck number. Okay. I feel like there are a lot of people concerned about spoilers, which is fair. I mean, I'd like to get through this spoiler-free, but I don't think that's going to happen. What is 11037? That's a Danganronpa number. Anyway, you greet John, but he does not respond. He's undoubtedly gallivanting around his house in a state of barely restrained birthday mirth. You may as well be retrieving the 2 birthday packages He may also be retrieving the 2 birthday packages and 2 envelopes which you are certain came in the mail for him earlier. You will wait a little while to see if he returns before you head out. See if Dave left you a sweet new wrap. God, I fucking hope he didn't. It does not appear so, thank God. But you know, and also everyone who says that, like, I'm Dave, fuck you. Fuck you. Homestuck numbers are 413, 612, 1111, or 1111. And I think one more. 8? Boobies? Okay. It's bullying. See, okay, so here's the deal. If being Dave requires you to hate Dave, I think everyone is Dave. You know? Like, who likes this guy? Does he like him? Like, is self-hatred part of his character? If it is, then shit. Being Dave Stan is good. No, it's not. Everything I know about Dave says no. Everything I know about anyone who cosplays as Dave is not good. He gets better. Anyway. Hey, so you're asleep again, aren't you? Or you don't even know if you are. I still don't know how that works. He does not appear so. You never, but you're just never know with that crazy cool guy. So cool. Cosplayers is not representative of humanity's best efforts. Yeah, fair enough. Killa, thank you for the Homestuck bits. Can I be someone, like, cool and not an asshole who raps? Like, someone who doesn't rap, preferably, because that's a core part of my being, is someone who doesn't rap. Anyway, thank you for the Homestuck bits. Hallucinating bees. I don't know why I believe anything you say, like a Grand Marshal of gross chumpage, waving around my... Oh, that's the word that... That's the word that Goku said a lot today. All right. Assistant Director Chumpography celebrated author Ernest Chumpingway. Wait, week. Goku? Yeah. Twitter was interesting today. Very interesting. Goku said it 15 years ago. Excuse me. It's the Funimation scandal. It's just... Most of it is, like, whatever outside of, like, that and one other one. Otherwise, it's, like, Chi-Chi getting off and, like, weird shit. Yeah. I mean, like, you know, it's... The Goku one was the especially heinous one, but that was about it. As far as I know. Oh, and the head of Twitter got his account hacked. Which is super neat. Oh, hey! You're asleep again, aren't you? I still don't know how that works. Alright, we're just gonna skip the Trumpage thing. Wait, week. Trumple Stiltskin. Yeah. Trumple Dipshit. Yeah, you asleep? Why in? ASL? Species. Baboon? Kangaroo rat? If kangaroo, yif twice, please. Oh. I feel like me saying that word is one of the most offensive words on this page. It was a joke. Okay, you're not saying anything, so I guess you're not awake or unasleep or whatever you are when I'm not around. I'm just wasting good material. Even worse than wasting a killer persona here. Like, I don't even know, like, a wide open V-shaped leotard and fuck ton of body paint. Some kind of sinewy back-arching Circus Soleil looking motherfucker. Always low to the ground, getting a good prowl on. I gotta drop my keys in the dark. What the fuck is he talking about? I don't trust myself to not fuck that up, and then accidentally say the word. Um, what the fuck is he talking? He's just. So this kind of rambling bullshit is what you guys think of me? Nimblest son of a bitch who has the gumption to glue a nasty pair of latex cat lips to his face for the reason that wasn't a joke. Chat just went real fast. I just see it out of the corner of my eye. Jade, hey, where are you? Seriously, I'm sitting around tonight with a fucking bag of kibble jacked on open on my lap, prime for a goddamn bear. And you're gone. By the way, my name is Aquit Permusk. Hardest buttock in the jungle. Tempered steel. I just wanted to give you this remix I finished here. Explorer remix.mp3. So yeah, you don't have to respond to any of that, by the way. I'll probably forget half the shit I said anyway. Is he drunk? Does he drink? Open fresh jams. For the love of God, don't actually play it. You open fresh jams and add it to the playlist. Open enchilada and go go to mspaint adventures. This is a clusterfuck of a song. The first two were designed by professional music people to sound off. There was a request that I keep it on this one. Why is my phone buzzing? I'm just gonna take it out of my pocket. Put it somewhere else. You open the web browser and visit mspaint. You navigate to a random page in the middle of the latest epic. It looks like he was just finishing up some sort of weird tangential intermission here, or whatever it was. It was... That's gonna distract me. Clearly advanced in the plot to in no relevant way whatsoever. Intermission. Midnight Crew Act. Yeah, that. Alright. Oh, music. I always preferred mspaint adventures. This is a good song. Wanted to let you know that I'm very grateful watching JoJo. The commentary makes it 1.5 times better. I also got someone comparing me to CinemaSins, and that's like... probably the most offensive thing I've had said about me in a while, outside of the Dave thing. You've killed a little time, but there's still no sign of John. I know. It's like, Jesus Christ. So if you want to see something as bad as CinemaSins, and it's coming out of my mouth, and you like JoJo, there you go. Dave CinemaSins. Scarecrow. Hi Dave, hey sup? Not much, what's up with you, bro? Hee hee. Haha, good one. Are they... just kiss their children, so I'm not going to say what I normally would say in this. But, alright, being chill, I guess. You just know how it goes. Great, feeling cool today, Mr. Cool Guy? Oh man, you know it's so cool. You know, shit is ice cold up in here. Shit is wicked bananas, I'm telling you. I feel so old reading that. So have you talked to John today? Yeah, we were just talking a little while ago about how he sucks at his Zillidex. Can you believe he uses his stack? Uses stack? That kid is ridiculous. Lol. Well, that doesn't sound like much fun. What do you use again? Wait, never mind. I forgot when we were, whenever we talk about your goofy modesses, I get a migraine. What do you want to do with John? Honestly, Jade has, like, the most reasonable one. It's like, you could do this. You could actually, you've read this? I have? It's been a minute. I read it from his point of view. Okay. Sonic 06 is better than Fortnite. I haven't played Sonic 06. I played Fortnite. Music? You wanna... There you are. Round one, strife. So the puppet's moving because his brother is, like, phasing. That's the dumbest. So he's not even fighting him, he's fighting his puppet. So that happened. I require a font of frightening... non-specific information. Do you know where I can get a wellspring of this sort? Oh, it was on this page too. I thought I was actually going to have to read it like that. It's like the slapping, like... Is slapping his brother with a puppet the abuse that we've been talking about? Because that's like kind of just what brothers are like. Like, was the Dave flash over? It had the little back arrow. That's kind of it. Because if that's kind of it, that's just... I'm not saying like his brother's like a saint or anything. He's got a puppet, which is just weird. But like, yeah, if it's just a puppet thing, then that's about it. There's also the psychological torment. That's also, I think, just like having a brother. We have to like probably get to the part where, like, so far the worst thing he's done is attack him with a weird puppet that's been haunting him. Like, it's not so bad. It's more than the puppet thing. Okay, fair enough. Can't talk for long. You have plans? Well, yes, I do, but it's just that you'll lose your internet connection soon. I don't want to, and we won't talk again for a pretty long time. Not until you enter. Enter? Yeah. This is what I'm talking about. This itch that needs scratching. My avarice is inscrutable. It is limitless. What did you need to know? I've been insisting today was the big day. Or you've been insisting today is the big day. We would all play the game you didn't know the name of. A game that you said I'd get in the mail and did. But one that would help me with the answers to some questions. But Strider is being obtuse. I can't catch John at his computer, and I don't even have the game. And you don't even have the game yourself on top of all that. And the internet is unstable. So are you sure today's the day? Sure, a lot of challenges, but yes, I'm sure. Dave is cool. He'll come around when the time is right. He just has to do a lot of work to do first, and so do you. You'll need to keep searching for a stable signal and power source. It'll be hard, but don't give up. And don't worry about me either, focusing on playing with John first. It all starts with you two. You read this already, said some people. Okay, sorry. I keep, like, reading the thing, then looking back at chat, and chat is like, you've already read this. Okay. Yeah, because this is... I can't tell if, like... So, hold on. Gonna bust out mspaint again. Alright, so, like... Alright. So, Dave is just doing whatever the fuck he's doing, right? And then we got, John. What color is John? He's, like, blue, right? I'm gonna assume blue. I've forgotten already. He's our, like, baseline of understanding stuff. Then we got, what's her name here? And she's, like, kinda doing the same thing. What's his name? The Wanderer. He's doing his thing, like, as well. But it's not really relevant to anything that's happening, and it's just sort of a thing. Like, he's just sort of like this, and there you go. And then it looks like Jade is like, she already knows what's happened, so it's like this for her. Like, she knows what's gonna happen, and she keeps pace with everyone else. Like, it's not so much that her line started here. It's more like, I don't know how to draw, like, future knowledge with a linear, like, timeline. Where are the Midnight Crew? They're like, not actually, they're getting updated, and Midnight Crew can be here. They can be like this. Like, they're just happening along, like, they're happening at their own speed. What about Grandma? I don't know. I haven't gotten to that. Don't try to draw the timeline until much later. I'm just trying to get you guys to understand what I understand, so that way when stuff happens, you're you know, there with me when I don't understand shit. It's really not about actually being accurate. It's about me accurately portraying what I understand is happening. You're now the other girl, several hours in the future. It appears the secret passage in the mausoleum has been opened. It's getting awfully toasty in here, and you gather up your belongings, including your dead cat. Descend. Stop being the other girl and pester John again. You've spent enough time, for now, concerning yourself with the future of your friends. Today, John will not be available until later. And by the way, by then he will have had his hands full, as will you. You pack up your lunch shop and you're ready to take care of some business downstairs. Descend. Rip chat. Just live it. What? Oh, I pronounced cat wrong. I'm sorry. Parlez-vous français? Never took French. French is like one of the last languages I would learn. There's not really a time or a place to learn French. There's the next arrow. Oh. I was gonna say, like, where the fuck is the music? But alright. Try as you might, you can't stop your mind from drifting to the fate of your friends. You dwell on a particular configuration of reminders on your finger. Is that bar supposed to be like that? Because I don't feel like it should be. I feel like that's a graphical glitch. It's on the Homestuck Twitter now. It's always been like that. That's like a thing that happens when you don't know how to, that's what the health bar looks like in Spurb. That's like, it's part of a joke. Okay. That's like a graphical glitch that you see when people who don't understand how to do health bars in, Flash do. Official Namco visual novel with Homestuck characters in it. For some reason, you date Galago spaceship and Pac-Man and Homestucks. Wow, that's cursed. But years, not hours, also in the future, under the bare white branches of a century awakens. I like it. Oh, fuck. I'm gonna, like, skim read this because it doesn't seem like I actually need to read this. It's just sort of keeping us up to date with what's going on. It's like how the punch cards work, right? And if you get the punch cards right, then... So who wrote this one? Winnie the Poop, Chaos D. So this is still the tentacle therapist. Owen's John? Okay. I was gonna say, like, it seems weird for him to... Okay. You enter the laboratory. Look for mad scientists. There are no scientists to be found, mad or otherwise, or anyone for that matter. The laboratory appears to be deserted. There is a kiosk, though. The fuck? Looks like the kiosk monitors the lab's enormous hub grid. Transportalize as far down as you can go. As far down as you can go. The grand foyer is still blocked a few floors down, and the transportalizer on that floor is blocked by one of Grandpa's impressive big game trophies. You don't think he would cotton to move? You'd cotton to move someone moving it. What the fuck? Reading it when you know what's going on. This is Act 3, yeah. Which I jokingly said means that I'm halfway through, but apparently, A, that wasn't a joke, and B, it's not, yeah. Cotton means taking kindly to. Okay. Speaking of which, there are some trophies now. He has millions of these ghastly things. You really dislike them. Proceed. You hop down a level. Granddad also likes to accumulate valiant knights from his travels. They're pretty cool, you guess. Keep going. Oh, these are like famous, like, weird mummies and shit. Like the fake mermaid and stuff. Oh yeah, how could you forget about his stash of decrepit mummies? God, you hate these things. Fuck. Like, low-key, I wouldn't mind having, like, one. But, like... Like, I've talked about this for, like, before. Like, it always seems like having one... First off, if, like, the cops ever, like, bust in here, if I ever get swatted, and they see, like, a mummified corpse or something, yeah, it's just like, I gotta have my ethically sourced bones. I mean, there's a place in town that sells them, but, like, I don't know. The guy who runs the shop seems nice enough. Grandfather's collection of what he refers to as his beauties No lovely lady will be fit for his collection unless her portrait has spent at least 20 years bleaching in front of a beauty parlor. Sort of establishment that he's plundered no less frequently than ancient tombs. Have I played Hive Swap Act 1? I believe so. I've played everything that exists so far. What place sells ethically sourced bones? Grocery store, I guess. But ethically sourced human bones is a different question entirely. Very few places. Donated. It's just hard to get ethically sourced ones. If you die, can I have your bones? No, they're like, no, I'm keeping them. I'm gonna be greedy about my bones and keep them, I think. I don't want to sound rude, but how have you played everything but haven't read Homestuck yet? Because, like, I just fucking... I am like a series of consequences created by mistakes. Yeah. That's why. No lovely... Okay, you guess you're sort of like your sisters while growing up, and you're always encouraged to look up to them, but they're awfully pretty ladies, you suppose. You always had a hard... it was always hard to get as excited about them as Grandpa. Jade, study hard and keep your rifle at the ready. When adventure summons, I know you will rise to the task and take your place among the daughters of something or other. Old Coot sure is a windbag. Why doesn't she have her gun on? Does she have her gun on her? I forget if we capture logged that or not. Complete your descent. You reached the ground level. This stupid thing is blocking the transportalizer. It's unspeakingly hideous. Down the southeast hall is the grand foyer. You cross through it and leave the house. The other, I was just thinking about, like, there's that other one. There's that other, like, thing. Not the mayor, but the other guy. Gal. The one that met a worm. I just, after seeing this worm, it reminded me. It's like kind of hanging out in the same area. Like, over here. It can just, like, sort of be inside this one as well. That's fine. There you go. PM. There you go. Looks like someone's pestering, even though you thought you had logged off. Answer? Hi again, idiot. Be controlling. Okay. Oh no. I guess today is finally a day for you to fuck everything up. There's nothing I can do to change your mind. You can leave me alone. How can you even be talking to me after I blocked you and after I logged out? You don't get that I'm even better and smarter than you in every way forever. You don't get that because you're incredibly stupid. I get it that you're a jerk and you should shut up. Goodbye, you jerk. I have no idea what the fuck this is. The Hubaroob. Looks like a mapping of the hub's index. It appears one of the hubs has recently been unlocked. Go to the center and do a goofy dance. At the center, there's a little stage that would make, looks perfect for supporting a spectacularly silly dance. Or it would if standing on it didn't make you a little nervous. Also didn't seem like an idea given the circumstances. It looks like the sort of contraptions you've been deploying at John's house. You wonder what it does. Attempt to plug the laptop into a nearby hub. Just throw objects all over the place. Great, you vaporized your dead cat. Ashes to ashes, you guess. There's way better ways to deal with that lousy tree. Examine fetches modest. You choose between picking leaves or awkwardly uprooting the entire tree as you've been doing. You select leaf and turn off the auto balance. Seems its consequences can be a little bit mystifying sometimes. You gather up all the items in the order that places your laptop conveniently at an accessible leaf. You aren't sure why you didn't do this sooner. Kind of funny looking tree, but you concern yourself for the structural elegance is at an all-time low. Find a unlock hub. Find the unlocked hub. As long as you're going to plug in your computer, you might as well find that hub. Here at Hub SN Lab. Oh, hey, it's the Homestuck number. There you go. It's a Homestuck. Double F in chat, I guess. It's unlocked, thus removable from the grid. You suspect that this is the same beacon transmitting the unsecure signal that you were using earlier. You pick up the leaf from the tree. Wait, did she like literally walk over to the side? What the fuck? Does she physically see them just like hovering there? You plug your laptop into the hub and capture log the hub and then the laptop. There's a better place around here to set up your computer. This huge grid of electronics is sort of uninviting. You look around. Hey, what's that? Don't think about it too hard. We have no clue. Unestablished in 3 minutes 10 seconds. Okay, this looks like one of those ominous countdowns. You didn't notice it when you first entered the lab a minute ago, but it looks like this one had been ticking for years. Whatever it's ticking down to, there isn't. Hey, thank you for the Homestuck bits. There's stop talk now. Looks like talk now sounds like a name being said backwards, like Nylock or whatever. Nylock? Nylock? I don't know how you pronounce it. Memories of being a kid. Whatever it's ticking down to, there isn't much time. The only hope is that when you turn on your computer again, you'll be in connection invitation from one Mr. Strider. These are things that you just sort of ignore. I'm willing to accept that a lot of shit I'm just supposed to ignore. Another timer winds down sideways. Oh, I was trying to click on it like it did a thing. Imagine Dragons. Imagine Dragons is the laziest fucking name. I've said this before, but I'm going to point it out again because this is a completely irrelevant time to point it out. If only the people who, like, wrote a song had some way of, like, telling you to imagine the world, or not ask you, like, an authoritative, like, command, but actually just get you to the level where you'd understand what a dragon would look like. Like, what if, and I'm gonna give you this. I'm gonna give you this straight. What if you wrote a fucking song that made it like so you'd think of dragons naturally, so you'd imagine them. Click abscond. No, I'm gonna get mad about Imagine Dragons. Then I'll click abscond, and you guys can't stop me from being mad about Imagine Dragons. They cannot write a song. They can attempt to write a ballad or like an anthem. They try and write so many anthems. Anyway. There's music, and I don't want to interrupt the music. Round 2. This is a good bop, yeah. Rev Bro, how is literally attacking Dave with a fucking sword not abuse? That's just a little bit like how having a brother is. Like, sometimes you're the one that's getting pushed down the stairs, sometimes you're the one pushing the other one down the stairs. It's just brother things. Or maybe just a Texas brother thing. I don't know. It's just how brothers be. It's not okay. I mean, maybe. Bro's in his 30s, though. Oh, okay. He says Dave's only parental figure. I mean, like, none of these people have, like, a really healthy family life. Have you noticed that? Like, they're not really, like, you know, a supportive family. What if your dad threw you down a flight of stairs but also starved you? Yeah, I mean, like, but also, like, yeah. Yeah. John is okay. John, okay. John, maybe? And then Jade's dad or grandfather seems alright. Like, he's eccentric and weird, but, you know. Yeah, I'm honestly at this is comic shenanigans and not actual abuse territory currently. Like, brothers punch each other. Like, that's a thing I remember. Like, getting into fights with my brothers. I remember decking my brother once, and then he ran into the house. I just sat outside for a minute because I was like, this is going to be the last moment where I get to sit outside for a while. Like, I'm definitely getting grounded for that. But, you know, fucker deserved it. And then I went inside and got grounded. Like, rather than running inside to try and, like, stop him from crying to my mom or anything, I was just like, nah. Were you I mean, my brother is older than me, so I guess that's the question. You know, you don't have time to humor every random thought that pops into your head. The clock's ticking. Look around for anything else of importance. This looks like something of importance. Would be really good to know what that color coordination system means. That's probably bad right there. Like, that looks like a bad. It appears the primary... I'm just going to skip some words if they're bullshit, like Andrew Hussey words, you know? Session terminal monitoring a great number of suburb sessions in the northern United States and part of Canada. Upon further investigation, you draw some logical conclusions. Has anyone compared this map to, like, an actual American map? Like, can anyone identify where this is? Are those the Finger Lakes? Chrome extension for high quality Homestuck music, and there's a couple broken Flash pages that it fixed. Can I tweet you? Sure. Northern Atlantic states, New York, yeah. The Finger Lakes, is that what you call them in Texas? No, that's what they call them in New York. Jesus Christ. At least that's what my wife calls them. Looks like the session consists of those are the Great Lakes. Okay, cool. I'm completely confused about the geography of this area. Looks like each session consists of IP and physical location. The colored dots in the map appear to be meteor impact sites. It seems the session corresponding with Meteor, but not all the meteors have sessions. The color of the dot appears to indicate the status of the meteor's descents. Red dots indicate ones that have already landed. Yellow, imminent. Green will impact later. Blue will take the longest to touch down. It would take a very small meteor to fuck up planet Earth. Good. I almost made through that sentence all right. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Red is impact. So like right here is just a fucked area. Is Rev talking right now? Because I don't hear anything. I am using words correctly. Yes. Uh, 12 ounce Kato. Thank you for the year support. Holy shit. Thank you so much. What the fuck is going on with my shit? Try restarting your computer. If stream is oh, hold on. I don't know why I was trying to like tell people who can't hear me. Because some people do hear me. All right. Let me just tell someone who can't hear me things with my word voice. Use the panel in the center of the present location to zoom in. Surrounding the labs are, of course, hundreds of smaller meteors that have been raining down steadily throughout the evening. Most of these meteorites have either landed already or will shortly. Centered over the lab is a significantly larger imminent collision. You can't say precisely how imminent, but you could certainly take an educated guess at it. Just southwest of the lab, centered suspiciously near the location of your house, is an even larger looming collision. This one appears slightly less imminent. The terminal looks like it can monitor any meteor or session around the world. Search filters can be applied as well, restricting results based on size, time of impact, and location, so on. Okay. You zoom way out and narrow the search based on size. The two at the top of the list appear to be the biggest so far. Yeah, so if you lived there, you're fucked. And in fact, if you lived here, Earth, you're probably fucked. Like, that's not good. That's a pretty bad. Also, that's fucking Texas right there. That's like right about, like, just north of Houston? Fuck. Yeah, that would be Dave then. You zoom way out. Second biggest is centered over a U.S. city. And the biggest by a landslide, luckily for Earth, you suppose, is way out in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. It's really not okay. Like, that's still not okay. Have you ever dropped a rock into a bath, like, water? Like, those of you that have bath bombs, instead of, like, dropping a bath bomb into your water next time, take a softball, fill it with fireworks, and then throw that shit while it's, like, going off into the bath water, and see if it gets water outside the tub. Australia's right here. It's, like, right there. It's probably not good. The blue circle is like Pluto-sized. Yeah, I'm sure someone has actually measured this and done the math. Does Rev not know that this comic is about the apocalypse? Oh my god, spoilers. No, I knew that shit. Yeah, it's bad. Turn on your laptop and check on John. You plug the laptop into the hub again, and it turns on. You are now powered and connected to a wireless signal the hub is broadcasting. Your Spurb session reconnects. Gotta blow my nose. Give me a second. I've said this before on stream, but like, what if like the apocalypse happens, but like Australia turns to like all Mad Max, but all the rest of it is like fine, right? Like, Australia is just fucking like that for no reason. And everywhere else is like more or less fine. No sign of John here. You wonder why the house is shaking. Last time you saw him, he was on the way to the roof platforms. You'll likely have to navigate via the Suburb interface to find him. Apparently this is the most important. I've heard of Ascend. I'm gonna blow my nose extra good, drink another sip of Coke, and then we'll hit this shit. I don't want to be like blowing my nose and shit while this is going on, Because apparently this is like the best one in the entire series. Not this one? Nah, those are later. Okay. Wrong ascend. There are lots of ascendings, don't worry. This is not the ascend you're thinking of. Someone got mad at me because I didn't react to the first ascend thing right. So I'm just like, laser focus this one. We're doing this. High five, Nanaquin. Is there any actual controls to this, or is it just doing this? Okay. I mean, that's fair enough, honestly. Like, if I cared about this as much as y'all did, like, I'd probably be pissed if I miss, like, an important bit. This ascend is nothing. Okay, I was, like, all ready for, like... No, it's fair, because it's just, like... Yeah, I mean, just generally speaking, I assume you can expect seizure warnings throughout this entire series. Like, people care about this series as much as, like, I care about other things. You know? And I'm not going to fake reactions, though. But I do want to give it full attention, so that way, if it is cool, I give it my full attention. So they beat the things. What are the black and gray things? We haven't seen those before. High five, Nanaquin. Left, hanging long enough. Good work, John. We haven't read this one. Hey, Limes, thank you for the host. Hello, everyone. We're reading Homestuck as part of one of the charity incentives that I promised, and this one is I will read all of Homestuck. So, over the last few, posting only 4 emotes. The new emotes. Yeah, 4 is apparently the limit. Maybe 5? Hitobot got away with 5. Push 6. Okay, Miss Q got away with 6. You can get away with 6. Who wants to try 7? All of Homestuck. Well, 1 for every, like, 25 pages or so. And then 1 episode of JoJo for every 1,000. Okay, 7 seems to be fine. 8? 8 or 9 seems... Yeah, 8 seems fine. 9? Sorry, we're getting sidetracked. Oh, there it is. Oh, someone got hit. How many was that? 1, 2, 3, 4... it's like 20 or something like that. No. 4 times 4. Okay. Plus 1. Anyway, I'm having a hard time trying to read Homestuck as it is. 12 is fine. 13, I think, is the limit. No. 4 times 4 would be 17. Well, plus 1. Anyway. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, I think 17 is the limit. So you could do 16. Enjoy posting 16 emotes exactly. No more. No less. Actually, less if you want. In fact, that's probably the best way to do it. Anyway, good work, John. Oh, hey, you're back. For me, it looks like I'll have to leave again shortly. Oh. Looks like another large meteor is headed for my present location. So, does that mean that Dave connected with you? Not yet. I'll explain later. Okay, it seems like people are still getting hit. Try backing it down. Try backing it down some. I think I've determined that activating the timer in the game is not directly responsible for summoning the meteor to your location. The countdown seems to merely exist as a kind of warning to the player. Well, it's a strange coincidence. I don't think I get it. Is this relevant? Probably not at the moment. And I'm not. Chad is now just getting destroyed. 17 works. 17 works. Lucky Dingo. Thank you for the 10 months of support and inserting 16 emotes. Maybe it's like, it's literally you could post 17. If you post another emote later, it'll assume that you're yeah, chat's getting hit with its own meteor. That's a good point. Okay, P.S. Try not to waste too much of that grist while I'm gone. Climb the echelon ladder. We rocket up the echelon ladder. Its dizzying heights have vaulted the boy's skylark rung. A new feather is hard-earned and well-deserved and alarmingly fashionable. Collect fat loots. You and your ceramic pork hollow rejoice. It's just a piggy bank. For fuck's sake, Andrew Hussey. Just accept that some... It took me a minute to figure it out. Rejoice in the amount of wealth you yielded from the meteoric ascents up the ladder. You're still not sure what these boon dollars can actually get you, but you're pulling such insane loot hand over fist like this. Who cares? Not you. Pick up as much grist as you can hold. Grist. Is it grist? It's grist. I'm going to pronounce it grisk. Anyway, because I feel like it. Fuck you. What are synonyms? Sins. I'm fairly certain. I don't know. What's a word that means another word? You expanded the cash limit is more than enough to accommodate the grist windfall. You pick up another 2,260 build grist. Antonym, synonym, no, synonym is not good. Palindrome, there you go. Orange. Yeah? Orange is one of those words that doesn't rhyme with anything, which is similar. I don't know why we're talking about that. I think it's just because I was thinking about word play. Orange doesn't rhyme with anything as far as I'm aware. Maybe not real words like pjorange, but no one says pjorange. Pjorange isn't a word. Door hinge, orange, door hinge. Blood orange. No, that's not how... You can't rhyme orange with orange. Once you get stuck to homophobe? No, that doesn't rhyme with orange either. Or are you saying I'm homophobic for saying that oranges don't rhyme? It's different. No. Orange rhymes with revenge. How do you pronounce orange? Orange is not a word that exists. Is it? Does it mean a word that doesn't rhyme with orange? If you say like orange, you can rhyme it with derange. Orange. What the fuck is wrong with you? You gather up 1,040 pieces of shale, 490 drops of tar, 350 drops of mercury. You can't wait to find out what amazing new items this new supply of grist will be able, just barely insufficient to produce. You have to just be bilingual. I'm an American. You're asking a lot. I can barely speak English. You want me to, like, learn other languages? Fuck you. I don't know things. I can't learn good. Oh god, there's grist littered down there too. The stupid ogres were like huge grist pinatas. It's one of those sour grape electric holocaust fruit gushers is jammed into the hole of the platform. You guess it's the only way to get it out. Show sprite log. Nana sprite. John, don't forget your book. It's your birthright. You ought to give it a read when you have a moment, particularly the first several pages. Okay, Nana, I will. Hey, Nana. Yes, dear. Since I'm trying to get up to that gate, and since you can sort of conjure floating beds and throw me up and all, couldn't you just throw me up to the gate? Yes, of course, John. But then I would service your purpose well. There are good reasons you should build up to it and keep building. Okay, I guess that's what I figured. Just one more thing. Do you think that instead of telling me why that exactly is with a clear explanation, could you give me a series of really coy riddles about it and then just sort of giggle? John, you are a fresh young man. Your father has done such a wonderful job raising you. I'm so proud of you both. I guess. When you pass to the first gate, everything will change. You will find a place where constellations dance beneath clouds, and your true work may begin. I suddenly understand everything. Elsewhere, we find a place where a kingdom lies entrenched in an impenetrable veil of darkness. Like, I gotta give it to, like, this series. Like, it has a very unique, weird art style. It's serviceable for, like, quick, like, stuff, but it's good at, like, telling you what's going on without, like, involving a lot of work, but also still looks incredible, and well detailed at times. Like, this is a photograph that's, like, got a purple filter over it, obviously, but it looks good. You know? Like, consistently, this series looks good. It's economical and readable and good. Graveyard Stuffers. Stuffers? You are now the Peregrine. I'm gonna go with male lady. You are flying westward in a peculiar mobile station. You have no sense of your current bearings presently. The doors are blocked by a metal column which extends directly through the entry shaft before liftoff. What will you do? Check the mail. This message is to Dr. Brenier. Looks fairly serious. Open envelope. Never. This mail is sacred. Sacred is the trust between postman and the recipients of his precious parcels. You have... Oh, it's a dude. Jade calls her mail lady. But, like... Why would you... You have made a solemn pledge to deliver this letter to the doctor. Just as soon as you determine where this address is, or find any sort of discernible mailing address in this wasteland for that matter, the mail is freedom. Mail is life. Mail is the very fabric of civil life. Hold on to that thought for a moment. Mail is the one final hope of resuscitating this dead planet from its ashes. The letter carriers are the brave soldiers of God in this righteous crusade. They are defenders of light in the knowledge of free communication, exchange of ideals, and bold toddlers of the little papery conduits of freedom. The white postmarked angels have whispered a message on its deliverance, a promise of yearning. There is hope yet. Liberty, reason, justice, civility, edification, perfection, mail. Huzzy worked with his dad on a Photoshop extension for color space translation and palette composition. He got us a couple patents for it. What? Because... What? Examine keyboard and string. Okay. The terminal looks like it used to activate the station's homing mechanism. It looks like you've now returned control to you. The final viewport displays commands previously entered, including your last and only command, home. Type view. You type in one of your other previously entered commands. It switches to your view of a young girl standing alone somewhere. There's a heavy amount of video interference of some sort. The girl seems familiar to you. Greetings. Don't I know you? Alright, so we should just go ahead and just remove her line real quick. It's good. Rip. Refuse to acknowledge the absurd tea set. You successfully discard the tea set because it's stupid and shouldn't be in a place like this. You probe further into the lab. I removed a bit of the black. Oh, you're right. I did. Hold on. I need to set things right. How the fuck did I have my line that thick? How do I make it thick again? Thick. mspaint, I only want thick, chunky, awful looking lines. I don't want anything that looks decent. Get out of here with that garbage. There you go. Now it's back. It's all better now. Don't you worry. We can fix it. I've actually been going for a bit. I kind of feel like I need to move my legs a little bit. Like my legs just... I'm taking notes. No, I'm just, this is my understanding of the timeline. You can force orange to rhyme with porridge. That took you a minute to find something. I'm gonna take a quick BRB, so that way I can, like, move my legs. You should probably do the same. I'm gonna, run an ad. You guys take, like, a 2-minute break. I'm gonna take a 2-minute break. We'll, like, move our legs. Or just whatever you do. 2 minutes, BRB. Sound good? 2 minutes. And I'm back. How are you guys doing? Good? You having a good time? I'm having a good time. What'd you guys do in your break? Did you get up and move, or did you just kind of sit there? It's good to move, though. Truly and realistically. You gotta get up and move your legs some. Read a thing, or I listened to an audiobook today, and there was a part where a guy hadn't spoken in years, right? And in doing so, his, like, vocal cords had atrophied, right? And it had, it kind of just stuck out to me, because I never really thought that, like, the vocal cords could. Like, if you don't use your legs or your arms and stuff, like, certain muscles, they'll atrophy and stop working, but I hadn't really thought about, like, vocal cords doing that. I mean, I guess they're muscles, so they could. But you just have to not use your vocal cords for, like, a while. Right? Can he talk again? Oh, yeah, he got demonically possessed, so he's fine. Then he died. So after that, he wasn't fine. But for a little bit of time, he was okay. Your vocal cords actually move when you use your internal reading voice. That's interesting. What sort of situation do you not speak for years? I was, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, this was fiction. This is a Warhammer novel. I finally finished Eisenhorn, Hereticus. And, yeah. A guy got possessed by, like, a demon. It's fine. Everything's fine. It wasn't real. That's why he didn't speak for years, because it was super cool that he got plugged into a computer and he didn't talk. Because that's like, yeah. And then he ended up getting possessed. And then he spoke because he was possessed. And then he got, like, set on fire because, yeah. Yeah. This is what I was talking about. I care about some things more than I should. Context achieved. Yes, it's fine. It's grim dark, but it's fine as well. It looks like a little girl's room. This all strikes you as a bit odd. No time for messing around in here, though. Wear a scarf, be a writer. Okay, you'll do a little messing around. You're only human after all. Ah, with that. You're accosted by a friendly mutant kitten. Pet that cat. What makes you mutant? Are those eyebrows or eyes? Does it have extra eyes? Because that's kind of adorable. I would pet that. I would pet that cat. Where's my cat? Hold on. I went to go pet my cat. Sorry, not very professional behavior. Research to take the wedge shale. You know you should grab this thing, but you're suddenly feeling apprehension after entering your father's room. With all the scampering around, it slipped your mind how much you hate his hideous clowns. No use putting it off any longer. There's only one thing left to do. Give me a D, give me an E, give me an S, descend, jump down. What? Mike? Why is Mike? Oh, I see. They are like Venetian masks. Scamper out into the grand foyer with wild abandon. Last scamper. You scamper to your heart out, bumping into something. You don't know why. He's always insisted on keeping it so dark in here. Oh, look, it's one of his dumb globes. The things make it awfully difficult to navigate the foyer. We get it, Granddad. You like to travel around the world and adventure and stuff. Lousy, goddamn stupid globes. Arm yourself. I want a huge globe like that. Like, to put in my study. Also, side note, I'd like to have a study to put a huge globe in. And it's all like leather and hardwood. And, you know, it's got like a big bay window in the back. And he's just like, you know, you don't really need 50 of them. One is enough. Foyer. And you can look out onto the lawn. And like, you got books. And it smells all leathery in there because it's got books. And it's got like a leather chair which you face towards the window. So that way when someone comes in, you go, sit down. And they're all nervous because they're there because they know they fucked up. And they sit down in the chair on the opposite side of the table. And you go, you know why you're here? And they go, yes, sir. Get the fuck out of my sight. And you fire them at the spot. That's how it goes. That's what you do with a room like that. You hire someone just to fire them exactly in that way. Like, that's their job. You interview them and you go, listen, you're going to go into that room and I'm going to fire you. I'll pay you for your services. Anyway, Grandpa will surely have stern words for you if he catches you without your trusty rifle at the ready. That's just what you need. Another one of his blistering mustachio diatribes. Rolling your eyes with an advice. Getting them warmed up. But ideally, you can evade him altogether. All you have to do is pass the fireplace and out the front door, and you'll be scot-free. These are the manners for distinguishing house guests. They'll gather here by the fireplace for tea time, as well as pretty much all other times. They're very mannerly and civilized. You know exactly what's going to happen when you try and sneak by. The fireplace is going to light up, and your grandfather's silhouette is going to appear in front of the fire and give you a good spook. He's so predictable. Do it. And there he goes. The old man hosts the flame. I suppose you could still manage to sneak by the crafty old man if you're fast enough. Avoiding the encounter would be ideal. Encounters with him are usually intense. Leap dramatically across the divide. Whoops. You guess the encounter with him is almost certain now. But almost likely not for a while. Time to see what someone else is up to. Let's say Dave. Music. Oh. Yeah. Oh, snap. Preload or psych out. Is this the good strife? Because it doesn't have music yet. That's like a fake. Pew pew pew. Pew 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 pew. Pew 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 pew. Pew 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 pew. Pew. Anyway, that happened. I like her keyboard events. It's great. Yes, I'm going out with this gun. No, I will not get bigger than... I will not get a bigger one. No, I will not take yours. That I can't even lift. Oh, this is so preposterous. Does she realize her grandfather is dead? Do you even hear what I'm saying? I'll be fine. It's a perfectly deadly gun and shoots incredibly deadly bullets. We just stop it. I'm going now. Goodbye. Hearts. Oh, okay. It was much easier to deal with when he was alive. Whoa! Oh, alright. Spoilers? What do you mean spoilers? The side of his head is stitched up. It's not spoilers. It's pretty obvious. Miraculously survive. Peer out the explosion hole. Chat has spoilers, I see. You can just talk a lot. If there's spoilers, like, you guys can just talk. Draw the faint light. Yeah, I forgot she's back, so hold on. Alright, hold on. It's actually kind of doing its own thing, you know? Like it's doing its own thing. Like over it's like got its own like thing going on. Like over here, like so. Like that. Refuse to acknowledge the absurd kitten. No, acknowledge the great kitten. You fail miserably. Oh, look, there's some sort of mad scientist crap over here. Insert coin. The weird gizmo arcade. Just that cat is so petable. Dave's line is weirdly penis-shaped. Okay, here I'm gonna tell you about this real quick. I think you should go see a shrink, and you should just ask them to do like a Rorschach test. Because if this is what it takes for a line to look penisy, can I explain Kilroy? No, not at all. Yo, like. What kind of dicks have you looked at? I see that you've looked at dicks, but like They're very bizarre looking ones. How lovely is your dong? That's a question. Pretty much any way you look at that, that's a dick. Which end is the balls? Where are the balls? Is this like bird's eye? Is this like one of those like vague? What? This weird arcade gizmo adapted to the setup. Obviously didn't take coins anymore. Assuming it ever did. Besides, you left all your coins on the fridge, remember? Let's play a game. It doesn't appear to be a game. It appears to be a purifier. Screw around with the purifier. You mess with the controls. Hey, Jasper's alive. Or at least he was in the past. According to the timestamp, this is almost 9 years ago. You try and move the crosshairs with the joystick, but it seems to be permanently locked on a specific target. You might be able to... Are you worried about the countdown? You might be able to unlock it, but you clearly don't have enough time to horse around with this thing. Yeah, exactly. You zoom out. Looks like you and Jasper are having one of your sessions. You're making a lot of progress here because Jasper's was being characteristically...
Recalcitrant.
Recalcitrant. You possibly jotted this down on your pad. It's hard to remember, though. Wait, could it be that day? Caused time paradox. You attempt to purify Jasper's. This would surely cause a time paradox because you can plainly see that he has not told you his secret yet. It seems to me the machine is a safety mechanism to prevent such irresponsible purification practices. The fuck does this mean? Uncooperative attitudes. Oh my god. That's just me. Oh my god, that's like... Wow, that's just me.
Recalcitrant.
Recalcitrant. Mood. The paradox ghost imprints of Jasper purifies instead, quickly settling into the mound of sludge. The machine, besides it, sucks up the paradox sludge and begins some sort of automated procedure. It seems to whatever sort of primordial biochemical properties the sludge possesses is now being evaluated by the device. Look at the cat. I see the cat. It's great. The device generates a fetal paradox clone of Jasper's. The wretched creature exhibits a number of unfortunate mutations, though. Good news is it will be mercifully unestablished along with the facility shortly. This is also the bad news. Whoever's operating this machine in the past must have been making unsuccessful attempts to perfect the science of ectobiology. Have a flashback. There's no need for a flashback. Conveniently, you can watch over what's happening on the monitor. You roll the clock forward a few seconds, Jasper revealing his stunning secret to you in strict confidence. Before you could ask him to clarify, he vanishes into thin air. You now believe you understand why. However, you weren't the one to purify him in this moment. Your hand was nowhere near the controls just now. A couple of weeks after he vanished, his body washed up on the riverbank. His suit was a mess. Your mother fitted him with a new one just before this absurd funeral service she insisted upon. That's pretty abusive to like do like this like over the top like almost mocking funeral service. That's fucked up and not normal. You know? Like getting in a cool sword fight with your brother is normal. Done that. Trace Jasper's whereabouts on the machine. You roll the clock forward to a week after he vanished. There seems to be no accessible feed tracing his whereabouts during that time frame. The mom meant it legitimately. She wasn't mocking it. I see. Or very awkward, earnest momness. Okay. So her... Who doesn't have sword fights? In the next page, there's a... So is this the next page? Because there's a bit of a delay. You fast forward another week. Here he is, just as you found him. Don't. It's kind of spoilerly. Okay. Fast forward to now. It's on the S page. Okay, so this is spoilerly. So... eyes are great. So this is the spoiler thing. So if I click that little horseshoe, then spoilers. So I'm gonna opt not to. Not a spoiler? Is it a spoiler or not? Press it. Okay, I pressed it. Pony ride. It's not what Chapman. Okay. What the fuck? Okay. S is meant for sound. Right. Or S for song. Seems right. Imagine taking LSD and watching this. That's the first spoken word in this entire, like, goddamn thing, I think. Nay. Hussey waits until page 938 to say a word. And it's nay. Chad is insistent about his weird obsession with horses. There's your canon voice here, right? Yeah, okay. Got it. The first spoken was meow. Okay, I guess it was. Yeah. Fair enough. Is Jasper, is he alive? Okay, well, he's still dead, but his body's intact. Turns out he wasn't some sort of whatever, like you thought. It's more like an escapalizer. A purified Jasper's immediately. Good thing you finally got this all sorted out now that you have only 10 seconds to spare. Time to stash a dead cat in Amscray. Stop fooling around and transportalize out of there. Locate and feed the devil beast you call a pet. Good luck finding him. If he wants to be found, he'll find you. But Quirrell has managed to elude your prognosticative facilities. Yeah, that's right. I know that word. He completely is invisible to your intuition, however, somehow. A property almost unique to him. You used to freak out a little bit, but you've long since grown accustomed to it. Cat? Cat? There's nothing. Nothing at all. Moving right along. Retrieve the package you expect to arrive. The birthday package you were expecting to get from John arrived months late, and yet right on time. It landed right there in the crumbling monument, a satellite to the great mystic ruins in the center of the crater lagoon. Triple somersaults into the room, etc. Stick the landing. How many people do you need to have the biological diversity in order to like repopulate Earth? I was thinking about that. Like if they're gonna have an apocalypse, like it's gonna be pretty rough for them. Like there's like 4 of them. I'm pretty sure that number is like more than 4. 4? 4 does not seem right. Hold on. Over 100, I know. 30? Ectobiology solves that problem. Just use ectobiology for dead people. How many people how many people in a cup? The fuck? How many people do you have to kill to become a serial killer? Okay, that's not what I was looking for, Siri. The answer is 1 of 5. It's not the quantity as much as motivation. Oh, that's interesting. I guess it is the motivation that makes you a serial killer, you know? Like, a lot of people who murder people just don't have the gumption, the go-gettedness to become a murderer, you know? Like a proper serial killer. Anyway, how many people do you need to repopulate the Earth? Yeah, the gumption, the go-gettedness. You know, anyway, while we wait for that to load, because my phone apparently is going to take an hour to load that answer, it's 80 to 160. Rev please listen to The Baby Is You by Toby's Fox once he gets further into this hell. You need Leon people. 413, I see. The magic number for space pioneers calculated by new scientists in February of 2002. The answer is with some social engineering, it might be have this from 160 to 80. How do you social engineer it? What do you mean social engineer? You're just like, you know, get real close with your family members? Like, what does that mean? 160 are needed for maintain a stable population. Okay, well, there you go. No couples. Okay, I see. I was going to say, that's a little weird. Swingers. And sure, incest doesn't happen. Gotcha. Anyway, okay, you can do that. You're now in your dad's room. How much? Yeah, that's probably bad. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That does sound bad on a lot of different levels. The song that you're asking me to listen to, how much did we raise for the charity, and how many pages do I need to read? I think I agreed for like 1 for every 25 pages. And we raised like $220,000, right? Okay, cool. Divided by 25, that leaves 8,000. How many pages are there? Because if like I'll say it's like worth 3 pages. Once I get farther, you'd want to read the rest. I see. Less than 8,000. We'll get very close. By the time we get done with this, we'll have the next year's worth of charity, and then we can make it every $1,000 we raise or something. You didn't divide it by the right amount. I actually forgot what I said, if it was 25 or 20. I think I just said if we beat last year's all of red, all of it, was the goal that I set up. It's basically the whole thing. Because I wanted to beat the previous year's goal, which I think was like 1,800 or 180,000, something like that. Anyway, you do that, but you're now in your dad's room. Where are all the clowns? You spot your dad's briefcase beside you. Probably contains all sorts of clues, or various forms of paperwork critical to his trade as a hilarious street performer, Snoop. Yes, here come the secrets. Get ready for some major reveals. Wait a minute, this is just boring business documents and spreadsheets. What the hell is going on in here? Examine your dad's room. John, calm down. It'll be all right. Kind of a boring room. Just a businessman. It's like exactly the room I expected, honestly. I don't know what he expected. Calm down, it'll be alright. So all these years, while you believed he was out busking up the corners with hilarious antics, he was just working as an ordinary businessman all along. Where do you go to get an ordinary businessman job? Like, where do you get that kind of job? Like, where do you go for a job where you just walk into an you know what? No. I actually tried to get that job, but I'm pretty sure they did, like, a background check. Like, if you do a background check, and by background check, I mean just, like... Yeah. Oh, look, it's me. Oh, look, it's me. The IMBD is a different Colin Mullen. The 46,169th most popular. There's a 69 in there? Nice. Girlfriend is a bit outdated, yeah. You don't look like a Colin. Thank you, I think. A human prisoner has broken out of his jail cell again. Attempts to block the cell door with heavy objects is proven futile. There's also a Colin Mullen who's a porn star. I'm sure that'll be helpful for some people. I got a very creepy message on Tumblr. And whoever messaged me that should go check that guy out instead of me and leave me alone. You're going to need a bigger safe. Who is this guy? Enter name. Spades Slick. Spades Slick? That's got a nice ring to it. But you know your own name. And that dame way your name. Take another stab at it. State your name and rank. You're Archagent Jack Noir. You oversee various affairs of the Dark Kingdom. Presently, you're determined on how to deal with this prisoner who is a thorn in your side since he was apprehended. You view the affairs of the kingdom through a series of fenestrated walls. These 3 walls nearly enough to form a cubicle of vigilance, which is full and proper enclosure for an agent of your stature. However, much to your utter contempt, your 4th wall was stolen some time ago. Is Jack Black? Oh. I guess it is Jack Black. Sort of. Someone stole the 4th wall. Lampshade that moment there. The frivolous headdress turns your stomach. You sooner stick your head in a furnace and coax it into this monstrosity, loathsome, colorful maw. It's bad enough that if you have to that your exalted ruler ordered everyone to drape themselves in these hideous rags the moment this trouble humans with the pipe and his child showed up. But you draw the line at the hat. Call a minion. You order one of your burliest agents to the scene. He brings something heavier this time. Your transmission is interrupted. Your glorious monarch has concerns over your wardrobe. Fine. You begrudgingly don the comical hat. Stupid, lousy, wise, and just leader. Royal pain in the ass. Throw down a hat in disgust. You fully intend to once your superior stops breathing down your neck for a second. Wait, what now? Dad is just like... I don't know what Dad did prior, but like... He was... Hopefully he needed to beat the shit out of people. Either that or he's just stored up a beat down in his system for a couple years. Your blood is boiling so hot you could cook an egg on your carapace. See, I pronounced it right that time. Dad is the hero of this story. Looks like you have to go handle this yourself. Investigate the room for anything that Dad may have left behind. You did it. I know. Thank you. Let's round of applause. Just high five myself for pronouncing that word correctly for once. There we go. Good job, me. You did it. Down low. Up top. One more. Too slow. It seems like you've an unopened birthday present, which Dad didn't get around to giving you yet. Present time. Open the presents and see what's inside. The one on the right seems promising. You open it and see what's inside. Oh God, yes. Obtain sweet loot in Leet. Fetch modus controller deck. Bonus capture log pack and fetch modus inside. Incredible. Oh my God, yes. You tear this thing open and meme peep into the sweet loot. In addition, the modus control deck, you get an array fetch modus with another 12 cards, which are practically worthless at this point, but hey, you'll take them. How old is this comic? It's pretty old. The 80s packaging is pretty on point. First thing you do is flush the extra cards into your deck. Okay, it's way too many cards. You'll look, if you got some cards to burn, that's fine. Equip Array Fetch Modus. The Array Modus allows you to store and retrieve any item from any card at any time. It seems exceptionally serviceable, albeit difficult to weaponize. Boring. No, that seems exactly like what you want. 10 years. 10 slutty years. Why do you say it that way? Read instructions for control deck. There's nothing to read, really. You just pop open, pop up. You just pop some modest cartridges into the slots, fire it up, and see what happens. You start putting the stack and Q mod-I into slots. He hasn't even gotten to GC yet. You act as if I don't know how to read Leet. I was born in the shadows. I read Leet for fun. As a kid. That's what people did in the 90s, early 2000s, is read Leet. And have conversations on AIM in Leet. Silodex now behaves both like a stack and a queue. Items can be removed from either the top or bottom card. You have no reason to jam all the array cartridges in there. You make sure to blow the dust out first. Silodex reconfigures itself into an array of distinct queue stacks. There's one troll that talks like this. Oh, see. In Leet. Well, it'll be useful that I know how to later on down the road. Does anyone remember, what was the name of that? Neo Tokyo. That was the name of it. I introduced that to my wife, and she was like, the hell? And I was like, yeah, I know. It's just what we enjoyed as young children. Young bucks. Mega Tokyo, thank you. It's awful. Yeah, it's really awful in general. Okay, anyway, the Silodex now you're talking, you just need needlessly complex you've come to expect from your inventory. Yeah, just how about you just keep with the one that made sense? Mega Tokyo is still going and hasn't improved at all. At least it's not it's like a predictable level of bad, right? Like it was serious the whole way through, I think. Unwrap the smallest present first. Smallest present does usually end up being the coolest one. At least it's not. No, there are plenty of, like... How the fuck does something retain a fandom for 7+ years when most of it was just waiting? I don't know. Are you talking about Mega Tokyo or this? You have a staunch policy to always save the biggest present for last. Always. Oh shit, fruit gushers. Could your birthday get any better? You don't think so. It's kind of a weird gift. Just kind of eat fruit gushers anytime. Red ones go faster. I'm aware of this. Yes. Yeah, Mega Tokyo didn't have a lost moment. Ever, as far as I know. Tilda bought gushers like less than a week ago, right? For me. Because I like them. I've kept an empty box in the cupboards. That way she wouldn't, because I don't move around enough as much as I should, and I realize that I actually have no self-control. So if I get a pack of gushers like this, a box of them, I will just eat all of them. All of them all at once. I ate an entire box of them in less than a week. Do you have any idea how many gushers that is? And I just ate them like by the fistful. Like some sort of like goblin. Anyway. Open the big one. You thought wrong. Philip, you're in Q stack with shoes. Awesome. The Q stack is now full, a load of shoes. Capture log. Dang, you spaced out and put the wrong Q stack. Don't worry. You'll get the hang of this. What the fuck is this one? A Gushers goblin. Like, yeah, I've got like it's like a goblin that's like counting out its coins, but instead of coins, it's Gushers. And instead of counting them, he eats them. Like Gollum with like just like a chunk of like fish. That's what I do by myself. Like when I'm home alone and like Tilda's off at work and the cats are asleep, I just like crouch down on the floor and just like shovel like Gushers into my mouth. Closely inspect fruit Gushers box. So delicious. You can't wait to capture log one of these packs and make a million Gushers. Screw this building nonsense. Yeah, I'd rather make candy. Is it candy? I guess it's candy, technically speaking. Wait, it can't be. The heinous batter witch has her gnarled claws and everything. What do Gushers have to do with baked goods anyway? How does this make sense? Why? Mental breakdown. This is stupid. Retrieve package. So much music. Why am I shooting a dog? Arsenalize? Why would I shoot dog? I don't like this Flash. What? Because you can't hurt the dog? Well, that's good. What the fuck? God damn it. Check self for any mixed atoms with cat. Nope, mixed atoms. Looks like you and the kitty kept your genes to yourselves. The new kitty's name, who is, you'll think of one later. Where the heck are you anyway? Look around room. Oh, you're back home. Well-stocked bar. Vantage from the window tells you this is Mom's room, or at least what you thought was her room. You decide it's not especially melodramatic about this revelation. You decide not to be especially melodramatic about this situation, which is probably what John should have done. Watch the meteor impact, just as one does. Watch the impact happen. Watch your life slowly come to an end. Oh, God. Just had a little bit of anxiety. Okay, it's okay. Continuing forward, just reading Homestuck. Just don't concentrate on anything that's important that's happening in the world, especially not fire. Anyway, that's funny. Shouldn't that place be unestablished by now? The downpour of smaller meteors has stopped. Oh, there we go. You better get out of here. This room is a powder keg with all the booze lying around. Get down to business. Suddenly, you have a feeling of feeling very businessman-like for some reason. You punched a shitload of cards in anticipation for the whole lot of cool stuff. This time you didn't foolishly destroy any items. You just looked at the codes for some of the objects that you rounded up and punched them on blank cards. You wonder how much alchemizing you can get away with before Rose gets back. If she's got any right to tell you what to do with your hard-earned grist, you're the one running around here putting your ass in line. All she's got to do is mess around on her computer. Anyway, you better hurry. Dream. There's nothing you could do about this. All right. So she's got a remote controlled. You're now dreaming. Your dream bot is now awake and active. Obliquely foreshadow future through interpretive dance. I wonder how much of this will actually mean something. Your silly dance foreshadows nothing and is essentially meaningless, but it sure is a lot of fun to do. Quick, get into bed. You climb into bed and try to get comfortable, but there's some sort of invisible force that's pressing down on you. A strange feeling of cold, heavy metal. This happens every time you're trying to get into bed. No wonder you can never get any sleep. Realize you could fly! It's not much to realize. Of course you can fly. Open the package. Man, reading this when you know what's going on is a different experience. I feel like that's the only way to watch this, is to know actually what's happening, and then you look back and you see me doing all of this and making fun of it, and then you're like, oh, that stupid bastard doesn't know how wrong he is about his this and whatever. I want there to be more characters so that way I can draw more lines. You stop all this flying around nonsense and examines John's birthday package. Unfortunately, you can't open it yet. This package has an important journey to make first. You're planning on delivering it momentarily. Good thing you already know it's inside. Otherwise, you'd surely be consumed by curiosity and suspense. You'll need a whole rainbow of colors later. No, I know about trolls existing. Like, I played Hive Swap. I know. Anyway, good thing you already know what's inside, otherwise you'd surely be consumed by curiosity and suspense. You sincerely pity anyone who might be forced to endure such a fate. Past months. Enough for the above weather to be seasonally reconcilable. Isn't Friendsim all an Eternia? Yeah, it's all about trolls. It's all I understand about Homestuck except for all of the 1,000 pages that I've read so far. Did I read this already? I think I read this one already. No, this one's new. Okay, happy birthday, Jade. Thank you, John. I just got your present in the mail just in time. Plus, I sent Rose's and Dave's too. Why do you guys' birthdays gotta be all bunched up together like that? You're running me ragged. I know. But it's nice of you to think of all of us like that. I can't wait for you to see what I got you. I don't want to spoil it for you or anything, but hopefully it'll help you solve those problems you've been having lately. Mysterious wink. I'm sure it's great. I can't wait either. Might take a while for me to get from here to there, but it'll be worth it. Oh man, I'm such an idiot. I forgot about how long it takes for me to get stuff to you. John, that's okay. I'm sure it'll get to me exactly when I need it, and it will be a nice surprise when it does. Well, I hope so. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. I had to tell someone to go away. Oh god, the trolls again? Yep. Been such a pain in the ass lately. Seems like there are so many. Either like 50 of these guys, or one guy with a lot of alt accounts. They're all like children. They probably have crushes on each other. I mean, that, like, honestly, this is how children speak to each other. This is, like, accurate. It was 2010. The word wasn't so... Yeah, I mean, like, people didn't really get it. Like, that's what I mean, is, like... I feel like that's just how kids did talk to each other back in that time. You know, like... Doesn't mean that it's okay. It's just, like... Kids are mean to each other. I think that's what we learned today. I've counted 12. What do they want with this? Just some people just like to needle others for some reason, John. It's like a game, I guess. They're like pranksters. Oh, hell no. Shittiest pranksters ever. But I think they're mostly harmless. Every so often they manage to get through my block filter and harass me. It's been going on for years. Actually, some of them are kind of funny, I think. Hee hee. What, years? Oh, okay, well, I'm sick of them. I've been thinking of changing my pesterchum handle to throw them off the trail, so I guess I'm going to do that. Make totems. You already carved a few totems, and you have to return to the living room for more Cruxite dowels. Your carving does not work. Carving work is not nearly complete. Every time you re-enter the room, you shudder at your recent handiwork and mischievous imps of the recent handiwork of some mischievous imps. You can't turn your back on them for a second. Rotten imps. These posters were like children to you. Oh, I just noticed what they did to him. Little burp. Not a big burp, just a little one. Flee room. Guys. The fucking timeline skipping. I can read Leet Speak. Leet Speak is fine. Like, you guys... Leet Speak was new for y'all. Leet Speak was just part of the ethos at the time. Like, you just knew, like, if you could not call yourself a nerd, if you're the kind of guy, if you're the kind of person who will watch a stream like this, if you were the kind of person that would watch a stream back in the day when streamers, like, weren't a thing, instead, you would learn to read Leet Speak, and it's like, oh, the fucking Dota song. Oh my god. Holy fuck. I haven't thought about the Dota song in a while. Hold on. Dota song. Base Hunter. Holy fucking shit. Holy fucking shit. This fucking video. I can't turn on the music because, like, yeah. But anyway, Dota song. That you would learn to speak Leet and have this on repeat. I turned off the thing before I, like, clicked into it because I knew it would be an issue. How's Base Hunter only 34? Jesus Christ. God, he was the same age as me. Like, he could have been a friend in my friend group. No, that was Dota 1. That was like the non game itself. The Ultimate Showdown? Jesus Christ. Like, it was just required that you knew this song. Who's listening to this song in 2019? Someone say that? What? Ricardo Milos. Why is that? What the fuck? Pester John. I mean, I know of that character, I just don't know why it's related. Well, you don't have to hate that. It's fine. Most of the trolls just type in irritating ways. Yeah, I know that much. You skipped that page. I did? Sorry. At long last, you've returned to your bedroom with stable power supply and the internet connection. Vodka Mutini purrs at your side. You suppose you will call it Muty for short. Vodka Mutini is an amazing name for a cat. I must show Tilda this cat. Like, Demon Cat is like adorable demon kitten is exactly like her aesthetic. It's quite the totem collection. What are you planning? Oh, whoa, hi. I was gonna make some stuff. Are you okay? Hasn't your house been on fire for like 5 hours now? That was the nearby forest, which until quite recently would have been described as on fire. But you'll be excited to learn that recently my house has finally notched that achievement. Congratulations, I guess. Thank you. Have you seen Dave? Nah, his bro is probably busy kicking his ass. That's probably all there is to say on the matter. I'm gonna start putting this grist to use. Let's be sparring with the previous. I gotta go listen to Dota Base Hunter after this. Yeah, I can read that. I'm gonna start putting the grist to use too. Let's be sparring with frivolous knick-knack breeding and focus on let's be sparing with the frivolous knick-knack breeding and focus on getting you up to the gate, okay? Yeah, okay, I hear you, but I think we'll have plenty. I've been killing imps all over the house. Now I've got and now it's lousy with gushers. I mean grist. Serves him right for ruining my posters, the bastards. Which posters? Don't you see? The sweet movie posters. Look at them. They're fucking ruined. John. Are you suggesting the imps are responsible for defacing your movie posters? Yeah. Your posters have looked like that ever since I saw your room. The moment we started playing the game. I thought you defaced them ironically to mock your father's interests. John? Very funny, Rose. What? Nice joke. Great joke there, Rose. Top line prank. Hee hee ha 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 ha. This is good. Laughter is probably the best way to avoid especially being melodramatic about this revelation. Yes, let's keep this joke going because it's such a good one. Descend. Are you saying words or are you just floating there? Are you telling me something, Halsey? No, not today he's not. You cannot descend from the top of your mobile station. The loose cable gathered up from and tiled together is not enough to allow you to reach the ground safely. You've used up all the cable you can find. You will have to come up with another plan. Sacrifice your mayoral sash for more cables. It's not going to be enough anyway. Absolutely not. What are you, crazy? The mayor does not relinquish his mayoral sash under any circumstances, period. Purify the temple. That's such a dumb idea. Not as dumb as using your stash, but it comes close. The temple's way too big. You'd probably just end up purifying a chunk of useless, boring rock. Wait, what's this? There seems to be something dangling from the top of one of the towers near the temple. Command Serenity to carry the rope to you. That's a lightning bug. That's a firefly. It can't do Moral. God, I forgot that like it had like even like little clips from the song. She informs you, however, what the ledge contains through a series of informative blinks. There's an old rusty harpoon lodged into the crumbling rock. Tied into it is a bunch of jumbled up handy cable. Strike you as convenient. It's almost as if someone knew that you would need a bunch of cable, and then you would have a mayoral sash made out of cable, and you were particularly attached to that mayoral sash and would stubbornly refuse to use it. Anyone who knew that much about you surely possessed a special gift. Alas, it seems a bit far-fetched. You grope. Okay, we've established that the rope, it's a cable, not a rope, but that's okay. You take a hasty swig from one of your delicious pawns and put it down. Then quickly adjust the coordinates and purify a jumble of handy cable. Of course, the time was not set to the present moment. Somehow, it got reset to a few hundred years ago. And it is some sort of present for the past. In the present. Attached is an envelope that looks extremely important. Get ye flask. You take the envelope. Inside is a letter and another envelope. It's all highly confusing. You don't know what to make of it. Still, the obvious critical mayoral business, which you must very seriously, and you will need to defend this package with your life. Huh. It reminds me of, so they've got, like, this spot where they're, like, stashing a whole bunch of, like, radioactive waste, and I forget where it is. I want to say, like, Norway or something. Someplace like that, up north. North of Texas, seems right. Anyway, and they were trying to figure out how to, like, basically hide it. Because, like, you can't just, like, write radioactive waste, don't go in here. Because, like, radioactive waste is radioactive for so long that it's just going to be, like, completely irrelevant. So, like, how do you communicate to future people that it's an actual threat, not just, like, a weird, like, curse? You know? I don't know. What the fuck? Quirk can try and yeah, I mean, yeah. Is he reading all of Homestuck? Yes. Anyway, we'll try to purify the cable again. The throat's starting to kind of give out on me, so we'll go a little bit longer. But anyway, basically they decided they'd make like a cult around it, so that way they could like, not the design of the radioactive hazard signs, but to point out that the radioactive like we do not know what some things from like 1,000 years ago, some written word or like symbols, like we don't understand hieroglyphics as well as we oughta. We like have a vague understanding of them, right? But, like, we don't really understand them, like, in, like, most people can't write cuneiform, right? My point is that, like, if we made symbols to try and, like, communicate what radioactive waste was, but a skull and crossbones up there and be done with it, it's not going to work either. It's not going to work either, because if you put skull and crossbones up, it's not going to work. Because they'll think that it's just, like, a temple to the god of death or something. Do you know how many temples and weird, like, crypts and tombs that we've just wandered into? Yeah, skull and crossbones could mean pirates. Pirates are fun. Did you watch the Vice video? No, I just like this kind of subject matter. I will go check out the Vice video, though. Yeah, how many places have we raided, like, done an archaeological dig and saw a cool skull thing and a warning that was like, don't go in there, it's super bad. If you do, you'll die. And people were like, nah, it's cool. Stupid idiots in the past didn't know what real things were. And then you go in there and then you die. Because that's what happens if you go into a radioactive room, is my point. Anyway, you set the time to present and to purify a jumble of cable. Would you stream in a crypt? I wish I could. You tie all the cables together and carefully lower yourself. Carefully lower your precious pumpkin bindle. Then you rappel down the station with the package, which has not left your side. Years into the future. Which is to say, the present moment precisely. The fuck? Aimless renegade prepares for company. Build as much as you can, as fast as you can. Why don't we get... So you say the next, the word next S is like... Yeah, I'm on 1022 now. It's called the Waste Isolation Pilot Plant. The next Dave fight is 1070. Okay. Next music is 1070, is that right? I'll make a bunch of stuff here that you can keep an eye on for the imps. Just keep it safe or tub handy or something. It'll serve them right for trashing my posters. I keep telling you the posters always look like that. I keep telling you, haha, very funny. Here, look. Yeah, I saw those, but they didn't look like that before. You must have changed them. Even if I had the motive for such a bizarre and point... Thank you for the 5 bits. The biohazard symbol was tested to mean nothing but appear to be important and easy to like recreate with a stencil, so that way it could be recreated. It was like the most memorable but least meaningful symbol out of the list that was made for that specific purpose. It looks like it means something, but no one had an attached meaning to it. The radioactive symbol literally just means radioactive. There's no, like, confusion there. Like, a skull and crossbones could mean, like, I don't know, poison. It could mean pirates. It could mean death. It could mean anything. You know? Even if I had the motive for such a bizarre and pointless deception, where would I find the time? I don't even have Photoshop. Then why didn't you tell me they were always there? I had no reason to think that you were not aware of them. I thought they were strange, certainly, but not struck by any particular impulse to discuss them. So, why would you, why though? Why did that happen? Because I don't remember that, and I don't think that's real. And in fact, chat has informed me that it's not. Implying I drew on them, and then forgot I couldn't see them, and then now suddenly see them. That's stupid. What does that even mean? Looks like you were in your father's room recently. Yeah, and how did it make you feel to discover what was in there? Oh no, I just realized. You're going to psychotherapy me. Well, then don't bother. Maybe I'm just being a friend. Maybe, eyes suspiciously. Anyway, I guess you saw what's in there. It's boring. There's not even much to see. It doesn't matter. What matters is seeing how it affects you. I think it clearly has in some way. Well, I don't know. First, I was nervous to go in and find more of his weird clowns because of course, they're stupid and I hate them a lot. But when I didn't see any, I almost felt weird, like weirdly, like disappointed almost. Is it fair to say this changed your perception of your father? Yeah, I guess. Is it such a stretch to conclude that it has changed your perception to other things as well? No, well, maybe not, but what are you getting at? It sounds like he's saying I'm crazy. Drink water. I've had all of the water that's available to me. Show pester log. I don't like to use the word crazy. Oh, God, see? There's this therapy bullshit. It was a joke. Anyway, whether or not he means you're crazy or not, consider this theory. Your presumably long-standing tendency for scrolling this imagery is really your subconscious trying to express something disturbing within you. Possibly something from your past which is blocked out. It's not always your past. People do weird... Okay, here's a real psychology thing. People do weird shit for, like, basically no reason sometimes. Like, we like to attribute that there's a good reason for some of the stuff we're doing, but sometimes we just do weird shit. Like, a lot of it has to do with just, like, understanding, like, our basic grasp of how the world works. Rose is dumb. Yeah, Rose is like doing the like, oh, well, I read 3 articles about psychology and now I'm going to pretend like I know what I'm doing. She's 13. No, I'm gonna make fun of her. She's a hobby psychotherapist. I will make fun of children all I want and you can't stop me. Rose is 13 years old. I can make fun of her all I want and you can't stop me. True facts. And since you suppress it, your subconscious can't... Also, Freud was fucking just a drug addict. Like, he didn't know what the fuck he was doing. She did try to psychoanalyze her cat as a toddler. That's a good point. Also, Freud wanted to fuck his mom. Like, Freud, let me put it this way. Yeah, no, like, actual, like, modern-day psychologists do not treat Freud with a lot of respect. Freud was under the assumption that everyone wanted to bang their own mom because it made him not seem like a weirdo. Imagine if you had the power to say everyone seemed like has the same weird shit as you. You know? Like, if you have the ability to just go, everyone's got this weird, like, issue where they want to fuck their parents, you know? Yeah. Freud was a bitch. I'm just going to throw that onto the chart. Different color. Green. Freud was a bitch and died like a chump. I don't actually know what he died of. Save this chart. Just why is this happening? You can't see that? Is it hard to read? Is it better if it's pink? He died of dumb bitch disease? Well, good. Perhaps you've seen the evidence that conflicts with your worldview and you've constructed to obfuscate the truth. That your dad was not necessarily the clown-loving maniac you thought he was. All along, this negative attribute buried into your psyche may have been projected onto him and subsequently reviled as some sort of defense mechanism. But this is absurd. My dad loves these shitty clowns. They've got these statues and paintings everywhere. Is it unthinkable that over the years, it is he who believed that you were the one with the passion for clowns because of all the strange drawings in your room? Your father then embraces his son's hobby to establish a stronger bond or wages a campaign of passive-aggressive mockery of your interests. Either is plausible. I don't know your dad that well. I don't know. I'm not sure about all this. I think we should need to stop and acknowledge the bunny Sassacre fedora I just made. Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah. He died of a morphine overdose. Good. He died like a bitch. He died of Sugma. I would assume it would have been Updog, but that's, you know. Wow. What are you doing, by the way? Rose, sorry I have to say this, but this is all looking a bit silly. I'm trying to spread the upward construction so there's enough substantial foundation for later on. I'm starting to wonder whether or not it'll be strong enough. It's kind of starting to wobble a little. I don't think the brick chimneys were meant to serve this architectural purpose. No shit. I might have to adopt a different building strategy. Stick more load-bearing walls, blockier shapes, especially since Grist has become easier to come by lately. Okay, but you must be really running low on time by now, right? Right, Strider? Jade, dream up extra arms and play advanced bass solo. Oh. Load-bearing drywall, as one does. Okay. Chat is now dancing. None of these notes are bass, though. This is advanced bass. I'm sorry, I looked over at chat for a minute and I have no idea where we are. Prospect? The fuck? The original song has actual bass in it. I see. Abby is here. Abby would like you all to know that she's also Babby. Change Warbringer to cycle through Star Heart Horseshoe. Abby. Abby, come here. I must see your face. You're cute. Come here. Abby. Do you have things to say? I'm gonna hold you like a baby for a minute. Is that okay? See, this isn't so bad. For a cat that likes cuddles so much, you really dislike being held. You're a very silly cat, you know that? Okay, good idea. You leave the moon in cycle, Joe, just because you like it. Go explore the Golden City. Sorry, I'm like having to lean back so that way I don't disturb the cat now. See, we're reading Homestuck together. He's a good kitty. He's a good kitty. Oh, is that a purr? Aw, you're a good baby. She's purring up a storm. I don't know if you guys can hear her. Oh, wow. Okay, suddenly wiggle time and we're gone. All right. Like, it was like, it went from like, we're like having cuddle time to like, it is time for run. Jade, go make a new friend. Can you actually hear her in the clip? Hold on. Abby is here. Abby would like you all to know that she's also Babby. Change Warbringer to cycle through Star Heart Horseshoe. Abby. Abby, come here. I must see your face. You're cute. Come here. You can barely hear her. It's very quiet. It's very subtle. Eat letter and envelope. When you cut that out, you have company. Look behind you. See that over there? Read letter. Dear Mr. Mayor, go here. Give present hooray, go here. Oh, please do this. The freedom of your people depends on it. Your friends. Barack. Pew 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 pew. Give present. Hooray. Jade, gracefully fly to the other golden tower. You decide to check on your neighbor. Inspect neighbor's tower. It's very much the same as your own. The only difference is that this one is home to a young boy instead of a young girl. You peer through the window. John is, of course, asleep. It looks like he's having troubled dreams as usual. You cannot disturb his slumber, though. He'll wake up when he's ready. Speaking of John, you're wondering if he got that birthday present you sent him, or for that... Abby, I'm over here. I'm right here. Why do you yell? What story do you have to tell us? I've got to stop soon, because Abby has stories to tell me, and I've been streaming for too long. Yeah? I'd pick you up, but I know you don't like that. But I also love you, and I like holding you, because you're adorable. This is a conflict. Because you like being held, but you don't like being held. How old is Abby? Like... We got her earlier this year. She's not a year old yet. If you want to stop, now is a fine place to stop. Yeah, maybe I do that. Yeah, Abby has left now. Abby is like a few months old. She's left the room now, so I can't show you her. What page are we at? We're at page 1051. Maybe this is a good one to stop, because then it's like... Stop at the next flash. The next one is too far. I think someone said it was 1070. Maybe we just go to 1070 and call it there. Your moon is getting very close to Sky. You've decided to go inside. I'm just going to ignore Abby for now. It's never a good idea to go outside during the eclipse. Maybe you can take the opportunity to log into your computer and ask John about his present. You know that he'll think it's awesome, and it's a great way to thank him and for the wonderful present that he got you. She's very worried about you. Alchemized in the 1980s time-lapse montage. It'd be pretty cool. It would promote the appearance of the audience that, or promotes the appearance to the audience that a whole lot is getting done in not much time. But it also sounds like a pain in the ass, so you decide to play it straight up this time. Roses moved the alchemimeter back to the deck while she reworks the building project up there. Just as well, since it'll save you a lot of legwork. Between this thing and the Design X in the lathe, that's a whole lot of scrambling around. Recombined hammer and pogo ride. This is the best part. Okay. Do you know how to pronounce Gaia? Yes. I think. Next time, instead of overlapping and the two cards which are created with the pogo hammer, you decide to use the codes to double punch blank into the... What the fuck are you talking about? Double punching cards creates patterns with more holes. Rather than less holes by overlapping cards. This strikes you as a valuable method for coming up with two items without whittling down to too few or too many. Just mix up the overlaps and the double punches. The sky's the limits. He punches with two patterns onto a single card. Skya. It's like sky instead of guy. Skya. I see. You make the green slime ghost suit. Pretty swanky. You're not completely satisfied with your wardrobe upgrade yet. Combine ghost suit with wise guy book. You make the wise guy slime suit. This is so much better. It seems like a lot of secret trickery gimmicks concealed in... Oh shit, there go the cards. Combine the glasses with the PDA. You make a serious business goggles. It's a pretty nice hands-free communication solution. It makes way cooler, like one of those kids from Spy Kids or something. That was a good movie. Real spies, only smaller. Combined sledgehammer, telescope, and Sassacre text. The funny thing is he deliberately used logical instead of bitwise symbols because he felt like people would be more familiar with logical symbols. Yeah, I don't know what you just said, so probably not. You make the telescope Sassacrusher, which is pretty considerable expense. This thing could probably pound an ogre into crude burger. Of course, you have no hope of lifting it whatsoever. Combine gushers with blue ectoplasm. That's a gross idea. You mix the gushers with some of the blue slime Nana left on the wall to make a box of hellacious blue phlegm aneurysm gushers with ghostly healing properties. These should be convenient if unappetizing. Combine fake arm, blue ectoplasm, and PDA. You make a remote ghost gauntlet. Looks like you put on a special computer glove that lets you to control the blue slimy ghost hand. The ghost gauntlet appears to have a considerably higher lift capacity than your own puny arms. Combine ghost gauntlet with bathroom mirror. You make a left-handed ghost gauntlet to complete the pair because you don't see why the hell not. Combine umbrella with straight razor. You make a barber's best friend. Suddenly seems worthwhile to you to go nab that umbrella kind strife spectagus that's been lying around in the study for a while. Combine gushers with shaving cream. You make a deadly Betty Crocker Barbasol bomb. Be careful of that thing. Jesus. I feel like getting to 1070 is going to be pretty easy. Combine Ghost Dad poster with... Okay, you have a cool idea for something you could do with the Ghost Dad poster, but it looks like you drew shit all over this one too without realizing. Lousy goddamn stupid subconscious. Anyway, you think up an idea of how you can clean it up. Capture log punch Heath Ledger Joker figurine. You somehow subtract the code of the Joker figurine from the code of the poster. It might work. Luckily, the Joker code only has 2 holes, making this task very simple. The Deface Cosby poster shares these holes. You determine the Deface Cosby could result from a double punch with the Joker. If your theory is correct, this means the original Joker Cosby poster had one of these holes punch, or on the other or neither the 3 possibilities. You try punching all 3 possibilities, yielding 1 potted plant, a painting of a horse attacking a football player, and a clean Cosby poster. He owns that football horse painting. I'm sure he does. Combine Cosby poster with computer. Make Cosby top computer. Thing is probably a useless piece of shit, but making it cause you feel an alarming sense of satisfaction. I want him to reach the intermission. How far am I from the intermission? Because I'm definitely going to go to 1070. Useless piece of Cosby. This gag aged poorly. Well, listen. Back in the day, Bill Cosby wasn't like, I don't know. We didn't know him to be like a creepy serial rapist. We just knew him as that guy who liked the porn, and that was funny, and that was good, that was fine. But then it's like the Pudding Man turns out to be evil, and we all have problems with it, and now we can't really enjoy life anymore. Combine Dad's hat with Problem Sleuth game. Intermission is, it's not gonna happen. If it's that far off, that's not happening. Intermission's next week. Okay. Intermission next Thursday, I guess. Make another ordinary fedora with 4 pieces of candy corn inside. Oh, that's a nice little, nod. Combine hammer with Problem Sleuth game. Whatever this item is, you can't make it yet. It requires a ludicrous amount of grist, some types of which you've not even encountered. I wonder if it ever comes back to this. Combine iron with pogo hammer. You make the wrinkle fucker. I just ad-libbed that, but that was apparently the right thing. So much sweet loot, you almost think it was simultaneously your birthday and Christmas or something. Wrinkle fucker. Just fuck a wrinkle up. So he's holding a hammer in one hand, but he's also holding a hammer with his super hand. And then he's holding another weapon in his other hand, and then so he's like quad wielding. This is a Christmas special comic. $25 per page, right? Yeah. So much sweet loot, you almost think it was simultaneously your birthday and Christmas or something. Of course, you know it's ridiculous and can never conceivably happen. But, oh, I see. So this happened, so it's still the same day, but also if you were reading this when it came out, it was Christmas. It's fucking OP now, yeah, except for that's not going to happen. Anyway, this is, we're going to watch this and we're going to stop. This better be a bop worth the work. Bro. This one is one of the flashes that had music replaces, hence why it has early Toby Fox song on it. I don't understand this. Alright, so we'll read that next time. I'm gonna just delete the previous Homestuck one and then put this one in instead. Let me check and see if there's any art. Boop. Boru. I didn't even have to, like, click over to another window. So it looks like there isn't new art. But if you do make new art, it's vineshroom.net or boru.vineshroom.net, and then you tag it as RevScarecrow, and then I'll pop up as the person. What do you think of the story so far? As far as webcomics go, it's really good. As far as like, I don't know, literature, it's all right. It's as far as a webcomic goes, it deserves the praise that it has. It's not really on tier with, like, I think I mean, I don't want to say Shakespeare is good. That seems like but, like, I'm trying to think of another webcomic that really, like, competed with it or is, like, equivalent value. Gone with a Blast Wave was really good. I'm so glad that S Cascade was the last page. Problem Sleuth was good. Do you like Dave yet? Dave, so far, has been a tool and then got his ass beat. Have you ever played 7 Days to Die? Yes, I believe I did. Prequel is on the quest still ongoing, yeah. Ruby Quest is good and similar. I don't know it. Anyway. Let's call it there then. It's like, it's not bad. Don't get me wrong. That's what I'm saying, is it's not a bad thing. Who's your favorite character so far? I don't really have one, if I'll be honest. I just posted on the Boro. I couldn't finish it in time. Let me check. Okay, there is a new art. Let me check. Hold on. This isn't done. That's totally fine. It's from Zika Da. It's going in a good direction. It's going in a very good direction. Thank you for the art. Vodka Mutini. That's that. Yeah, actually, no. Vodka Mutini is my favorite. Definitely my favorite character in this series so far. Art is good. If you do, by the way, real quick like tip to anyone who does like art and posts it on the board, like post like throw like a there you go. See? Source twitter.com, and then you can go and click. If you like this person's art, it's right here. All you got to do is click that, and then there you go. You find their art, and you can go and see other stuff they've done, and then that makes them happy because maybe they do commissions or something. And you're like, holy shit, I'd like to commission you. And if you're an artist, you should have that so that way if they want to commission you, they can. Just saying. Warning, do not actually click it. It might be porn. It wasn't. I wish that worked, Rev. It could be. It could work. It's a good shot. I mean, like, I've known people who have been fairly prolific artists on stream and have used it to catapult their you know, career forward, you know? Like, I don't mind you guys using me if, like, that works out for you guys. At least not in that way. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and go. I hope you guys had a good time. I did. I'll be back with this in a couple of days. I'm not going to be streaming on Sunday because I've got a thing I want to do, and I don't really want to cut it short or cut stream short in order to do it. And I will also be gone on Wednesday because I want to hang out with my wife and stuff. So basically, my schedule for this week is going to be Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So 6 p.m. Central Standard Time on those days. And if you catch me on Twitter, then you'll know exactly when that is for you. It's currently 8:48. If you're watching live, I upload these videos at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. Figure out the math yourself. Keep an eye on Twitter. I will tweet about when I'm going to do this live again. But anyway, I'll see you guys later.